Jimmy, was it more of a case of attack mode because Kyle was out, or it just seems like you're in that rhythm anyway now, playing that style? I mean, was it just, okay, no Kyle, a little more from me, or is it just a continue of the rhythm you've had now through the start of the series?
A little bit of both. Man, everybody's in my ear about staying aggressive, taking more shots, but still finding a way to play basketball the right way. And I'm not the only one that's in a rhythm. I feel like we're playing great basketball. We're getting stops whenever our spacing is correct, whenever everybody's knowing where the ball's supposed to go. Tonight was a good one, but we got another one we got to get.
Just because it's always good to put these things to rest, and I know you were kidding there with Vic about it, did that bother you at all that a report comes out, becomes amplified during the most important time of the year? Thank you.
Not at all. I'm used to it. I'm always the bad guy. That's okay. Bad guys are welcome here in the Miami Heat organization. But I love my guys. As you can see, Vic was a huge part of us winning tonight. And it's tough, and he deserves to play, you know. But that's not my call. I don't talk to anybody about it. I just always tell him, you know, you be who you are. You stay aggressive, because when your number's called, which it was, you see what happened.
Jimmy, I got two for you. One, in the third quarter, when it looked like you guys were starting to pull away from the Hawks, there was a timeout where you and PJ just had an animated exchange. What allows you guys to talk in the moment like that and not have it, you know, reach a level that it shouldn't reach?
Because our hearts are in the right place, and it's pure. Because we're trying to figure out a way to win and do it the right way. So you can talk to somebody, and, you know, you only got, I don't know, a minute, 30 seconds, 2 minutes to get your point across. Say what you got to say and move on and get it done. And Tuck's a champion, so and he knows that I want to be a champion as well. So we respect one another, and we got a job to do.
And secondly, Trae Young has 9 points tonight. Game one, you hold him to 8. Game two, 10 turnovers. What is working from your defensive unit against a guy who we all know what he can do in this league?
No, for sure. He got so many bodies that are being thrown at him, whether it's Tuck, who plays incredible defense. You know, you got Gabe, Kyle, whenever he was available, Caleb, Vic, you know, Max is out there, Duncan's out there, Tyler's out there. Like, you constantly got to have your head on a swivel if you're him, because it's like, are we blitzing? What are we doing? Halftime, I don't even know what we're doing, to tell you the truth. But we're just playing hard, trying to keep him off the free throw line.
You talked about Vic tonight and just his impact. How impressed have you been just with the work he's put in behind the scenes? You know, you talk about how he deserves to play.
Yeah.
And even when he wasn't playing, still, you know, staying ready.
It's actually not impressive to me. It's expected, because I see him do it every single day. Like, if I just saw him eating 1,000 hamburgers and he just go out and do that, it'd be really, really impressive. But he takes care of his body. He's studying the film like everybody else. He's working on his game like everybody else. And that's what you get. He's a pro's pro. And like I said, he does deserve to play. So y'all take that up with Spo. That don't got nothing to do with me. But that's my guy. And he put his mark on his game, and he was the reason that we won it.
And when Bam wasn't in there tonight, you guys went with the smaller lineup for extended stretches. What did you like about that group and just the impact PJ made when he was in there at the center?
Look, there's so many weapons on our roster, so many guys that can score the ball, so many guys that can get stops. And it makes me smile, because it's okay to have an off night. Everybody won't have one. You know, I can have one, Bam can have one, Kyle can have one. But the guys are going to pick it up for us. We've been doing that all year long, as everybody's seen. And now, you know, everybody's playing their best basketball at the right time.
To that end, Jimmy, I mean, I know you said coming into this, last year was last year and you move on. But was there any part of you that made it important to sort of cleanse that, to, hey, playoff basketball 2020, Jimmy Butler, this is who I am and this is who I am?
Nah, I don't play the game to prove anything to anybody, except for myself and the guys that I go to war with, and probably my organization and my coaches. But they know what I bring to the table night in, night out. I'm okay with that. They got me here to do a job, and we got 13 more.
Jimmy, tonight had massive playoff implications, with the Hawks having the ability to almost tie it up 2-2. How are you as a group able to stay so composed and not get emotional when it gets to that emotional moment on the court?
I would just say we were ready. We talked about what we needed to do to get this dub. We talked about how we're going to have to stay aggressive, keep them off the free throw line, challenge every shot, and really take away everything from Trey and they're really good role players. We locked in on that. We did that. 3-1.
Yeah, Trey Young, Jimmy, said after the game that he hasn't been defended like this competitively since high school. What does that say to you guys, to your level just defensively, and kind of how you guys have game planned around him?
I mean, I think it speaks more on his ability. You know, he's been doing what he's been doing, collapsing defenses and scoring hella points for a very long time. So I'm sorry, but when you're that, like, ignitable, like, you got to send 3-4 bodies at you at a time. I'm sorry, we're the team that has to do it to you, but we're not going to stop.
Alex.
Why are you yelling?
Or we'll take one from Zoom. Mateo, go ahead.
Jimmy, schematically, how are the Heat able to force Atlanta to attack mostly from the perimeter tonight?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear a word you just said.
How are the Heat able to force Atlanta to attack mostly from the perimeter tonight?
Well, you know, really just crowding the paint, closing out, and then contesting shots, getting kills, what we call getting stops, and guarding your man one-on-one. I think if you can do that throughout the playoffs, you'll always have a great chance to win. And more than anything, we limited our second chance points in transition. Got the dub.
All right, Jimmy, that's it.
A box or look at him in a certain way, you would just think of him as a defender or a corner three-point shooter. But for us, he does so many more things. You know, those extra possessions offensively, we actually ran offense through him in the post, which allowed us to control the tempo a little bit. He played the 5 for us when Bam got in foul trouble. Just really also did a great job settling us, helping us get organized. We had somewhere where we could throw the ball and play the game a little bit. And then defensively, you know, he can shift and be a chameleon, whether he's at the 3-4, whether he's at the 5, or if he's guarding, you know, one of the guards.
And then with Vic, it looked like you were into your 9-man rotation, and I don't know if it was out of need, but then
Now, you guys are way overthinking this. There is no 9-man rotation right now. This is a playoff rotation, and particularly with Kyle out. So I have everybody on my mind, and that could be somebody else. And I just really admire Vic for his fortitude. You know, I've said this many times. A lot of players would have just written this season off. It's a safer play. And particularly when we've had success and there's an unknown for a player, a veteran player, a proven all-star, sometimes you can just say, you know what, I don't see an opportunity. I'm going to kick this down the road and just try to work on my health. But he's really worked diligently. He's made himself available. He has an amazing attitude of just coming in every day with a positive frame of mind, giving to the team. And you don't love it that it's under these circumstances, but we knew, you know, something would happen, as it always does with every team in the playoffs. And because of that energy that he's giving into this, he was prepared for it. And he gave us some really good two-way minutes tonight.
Well, that's what I was going to ask. His statistics line, I don't think, told any of this story.
It
Just
did,
your
sure
thought
did. He was a
about
plus.
what he did out there overall.
You're going to make me pull out my glasses. I don't know what you guys are looking